Do you crave exciting sports takes and news? Fed up with the same old boring voices you hear on the radio? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you just might be a TBloomaholic. Lucky for you, it's time for another episode of the TBloom Talk Show, the #1 sports podcast in the world. Settle in, my TBloomanites, because another episode starts right now. Live from TBloom headquarters, here's your host, TBloom.
Welcome everybody to a very special edition of the TBloom Talk Show, going completely outside of the realm. We're not dealing with sports today. We're dealing with my good friend here, Mikey Davis, who is a chef, and I have questions for him. So let's get right into it. Mikey, go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Mikey Davis, and
You're an
that's
alcoholic,
me.
clearly.
Fuck off.
No.
No, I'm a chef.
He's a chef, okay. Where exactly do you work at?
It's Crudo and Coto. It's in the north end of Tacoma. Super small Italian place.
A lot of Italians there. What kind of food is served over there?
It's Italian and seafood. So it's Italian food with a Northwest twist, basically. We like to use a lot of local ingredients, and we forage mushrooms.
Forage them? Oh, forage for them? Like going out and get them? Is that what you mean?
Yes.
Okay.
Foraging.
Okay. No, I was thinking forge signature or something of that realm. we fake our mushrooms.
This ain't us foraging signatures for sports and shit.
No. Foraging, for those who don't know, means to go out and collect. So tell us about your boss. You said your boss is Italian. He's kind of fresh off the boat, so to speak.
Yeah, they've been in the States for about 6 years. His wife and him have owned the place for about 6-7 years or whatever.
Uh-huh.
I honestly don't know the dates.
Okay.
And he is basically fresh off the boat.
What is this? So he
Like broken English.
what's his name? Is his name Luigi?
Gianpaolo.
Gianpaolo.
Yeah.
Okay, that is pretty fucking Italian.
It is Giampaola.
Okay. What is this guy kind of? Is this someone you would hang out with outside of work?
Yeah, he's actually taken me out more than once. He likes to take care of his staff, so when we close, we all go out and hang out.
Oh, okay.
It's a good family environment.
Is that something you usually see in the restaurant business?
No,
or?
the owners do not come out.
It's just cutthroat.
It's
clock
mainly
off.
chefs and servers.
Okay.
This place is owners and everybody
Gotcha.
gets together.
So how long have you been a chef?
That word is hard to say.
Give me what's hard about it? Why is that?
Takes a long time to be comfortable with the word chef. Let's put it that way.
Okay, when did you know that? Hey, I am a fucking chef.
It's probably only been 3 years, and I've been in the industry for 12 years.
Okay.
Started washing dishes, moved around a lot, and then it clicked eventually that I'm actually very good and creative, and so it took me a long time to.
You got that wrist, huh?
Yeah.
Tell me about the wrist. Did you ever have to have a naturally bendable wrist? I feel like all chefs have to fucking be able to go like this really well. Is that a thing?
No.
No, it's not a thing. Okay.
I mean, we all got wrist muscles, right?
Well, you never know. You see chefs in the kitchen. They're doing this. They're grabbing. They're moving. I don't know. I thought that might.
Move a lot. There's a lot of attention to detail. And
So what is the criteria? When was it that you finally found or were comfortable enough to say, "Hey, I'm a fucking chef"? At what point did you just? Was it like, okay, you were making some sort of dish and you're like, you know what?
only like 4 years ago.
Do you remember the moment?
No, I do not.
You were just suddenly like, oh, I guess I'm a chef now.
Eventually it turned into, I mean, I don't know, man.
Okay. Now, when did you really realize you wanted to be a chef?
So I've been doing this since I was about 16, 17 years old.
Okay.
And I washed dishes, learned a lot on the line because I was the closer. So I was able to learn with the closing chefs.
Mm-hmm.
And stupid small diner food, greasy ass bullshit.
Where was this at? What kind of place is this?
It's Naps. It's actually right next door to the kitchen I'm running now.
Over in the north end?
Yeah.
Oh.
On Proctor.
Wow, life comes full circle.
Yeah, I can literally look out my back door, which is always open, and I see Naps. And I'm like, that's crazy.
So what's Naps, like a little mom pod joint?
Yeah,
No.
I mean, it's more corporate, but diner food, greasy ass bullshit.
Okay. So you had to clean those dishes.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Which you would think would be easy with greasy food, but
no. What? Now, how does the ranking system go inside of a kitchen? I've never been inside of a kitchen, so all I know is you got a chef, who's the main dude, a sous chef, and then does it go straight to dishwasher, or is there anything in between there?
Line cooks.
Okay. And what would be a line? Go ahead and just explain all the levels.
So you have dishwasher, build up to be a line cook. Line cook does most of the dirty work.
Mm-hmm.
Sous chef does most managing work, so it's basically a kitchen manager where you write schedules, order foods. Chef kind of should be just sitting around, to be honest.
A chef should?
Yeah, he should be just expediting food, which expediting means making sure it's perfect before it goes to the table. So he would be on the other side of the line, just like tasting stuff or looking at stuff, making sure that it looks proper
and good.
The sous chef runs the goddamn whole.
So the sous chef. So I'm thinking of this in terms of like a goddamn. You got your supervisor, which would be the sous chef, and then the manager is the one just kind of overshadowing, making sure stuff's going down, while the other people, the grunts, are actually doing the work.
Yeah, the line work.
So why does the chef
Line
get?
cooks.
Why does the chef get so much? Why do they get so much
He
fucking?
worked his way up to it.
I suppose. Okay. So they're like in Hell's
You don't
Kitchen.
just get a goddamn head chef by applying to a restaurant. Like, you had to prove yourself.
Got the chef job.
You had to prove yourself. You had to prove what you like. Yeah, there's a lot that goes into it, man. And
Okay.
then they also do a lot of stuff too, but
So that's what you were saying when you weren't necessarily sure that you could call yourself a chef so early. Now, at this point in your career, are you that chef? Are you the head chef? Or are you still the sous chef?
technically I'm just the kitchen manager, sous chef.
Okay.
So, as much as I would like to call myself a chef, until I own a restaurant, I will not.
Okay.
And there's a lot of restaurants, honestly, that
okay.
yeah, there's a lot of restaurants that just call everybody chef.
Mm-hmm.
Line cooks, everybody is, hey chef, da da da. Because we are all chefs technically. That's a weird word, to be honest, in the industry. Because most of the line cooks do a lot of the cooking.
Uh-huh.
You know, so they are technically doing all the cooking. And if somebody was like, give chef thanks, they're gonna be some 18-year-old fucking kid.
So when I go into a
actually-
restaurant, like, and I fucking say, this fucking, what would I be? This goddamn pho, y'all have had pho, is absolutely phenomenal. I want you to go ahead and give
It's
the
probably
chef
just
his
some line
compliments. Okay.
I mean, the chef creates recipes
Well,
and whatnot, but the person who actually created that meal and cooked it, that's your line cook.
Okay.
That's the guy who's actually doing the dirty work.
Okay. That's interesting. I get what you mean by that now. It's hard to call yourself a chef until you got your own deal going. Okay.
I mean, until I actually design a menu and do my own shit, I'm not going to call myself a chef.
Let's get into that a little bit. I got some questions here for you. Mikey Davis, what's your favorite food?
As in culture or as in a meal?
As in, I want you to have your last meal right now. What are you asking
A rack
for?
of lamb.
A rack of lamb. Why is that?
I don't know. I like gamey. It's my favorite dish to cook for myself, which I do every fucking year for my birthday. But I never go out and buy it.
Do you feel like you could do it better? Or you like the way you do
I
it?
know I like the way I do it, so it's pretty easy for me to make that meal.
Okay. And what do you accompany that with? Some mashed potatoes?
Yeah, whatever veggie is seasonal at the time, and then
Well, this is your last meal. So how would you do it? You could have anything in the world.
that's not a question I can answer.
Oh, come on. Give me something. What would be
I want it all, dude.
Okay, fuck asparagus. You got one vegetable.
Asparagus. I want squash.
Okay, you want the whole fucking deal. He wants the whole garden. Okay, guys.
I mean, last meal, yeah, that's a heart.
Okay.
How are you gonna answer that when you like multiple things?
I suppose, yeah. Okay.
Throw some broccoli in there.
If you opened a restaurant, what would you call it? What would you serve? And where would it be?
The name of the restaurant would be there is no name. Let's put it that way.
It'd be called No Name.
Probably, or Nowhere.
Nowhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where'd you go? Nowhere.
Nowhere. And then that would be a whole thing. What do you mean you went nowhere? I went to nowhere. And then they'd be like, well, where's nowhere? It's fucking Chef Mikey Davis's restaurant.
Nah, I don't know the name of the goddamn restaurant.
Okay, well, what would you serve?
Italian and seafood.
Italian stallion?
Yeah.
So fucking exactly what you're serving right now, kind of?
Pretty much.
Okay.
I'm a huge Northwest seafood. Like, seafood is my shit. And I grew up with a very Italian grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah. So, I don't know if it's just my blood or... And I've always fallen into, like, very traditional Italian kitchens.
Gotcha.
So
you're just an Italian stallion kind of dude.
Shit, might as well call it that.
Italian stallion. Coming soon. Do you... That is part of your dreams, though, right? You do want to eventually open up your own restaurant?
Yeah.
Okay. And how far away do you think you are from doing that? Like a couple months?
Nah, years, brother.
Years? Okay.
I'm just now comfortable calling myself a chef.
Hey, you never know. People move fast. All right.
Not that fast.
What's your favorite thing about cooking? If you could say what really makes you love being a chef?
People who love food, as myself, when you have a good meal, you can literally make your day.
Right.
So the pleasure of giving somebody a good experience could literally like turn their day around, and that's the best part, is making someone's day.
So giving that person that you're feeding the satisfaction.
Smile.
Yeah. I like it. Moving on to the darker part of this industry. Okay. I'm just going to open it up to say, what do you hate about cooking?
I don't hate anything about the cooking process.
What's something you just don't enjoy about the job that comes with it?
Is somebody that's super entitled.
Okay. It sounds like you have a specific situation.
There's multiple.
Well, let's hear one. Let's get a story. Someone who's super entitled. Has anyone ever sent back your food?
Oh yeah.
Really?
All the time.
For what? Undercooked, or it's not seasoned right, or?
It's mainly steak people, which is super shitty because they'll just like say a temp that they want, and like whether they said it or not, the server rings it in a certain way, and we put it out a certain way. And when it's the exact temp or whatever the fuck they want, they send it back. And that's the heartbreaking, where you're just like, did you not ask for this? But they did ask for it, so that's the worst part.
Okay. So
And then they get entitled, send it back, and do it again, and then you cop the meal.
has anybody ever complained about the flavor of things? Anything like that?
Only flavor-wise, it's probably like salty, and it depends on whoever's online for that situation.
Okay.
So they could be over-salting shit.
Okay. Let's get into some more dark stuff. The chef industry. We all know that there's a dark side to it in terms of the drugs that float around there. Is it pretty brutal in terms of?
Depends on where you're at. There is a lot of drugs and alcohol involved in this industry, which is why it's so easy to get into it. Because we just hire whoever the fuck we want.
Okay.
As long as they have a work ethic, we don't care what you do. So.
Wow.
There is, there are some places I will not name that you just.
You're getting your food made by a drug addict.
Yeah.
But it's probably some of the best food you can have,
go
right?
Get some blow on the walk-in or drink, take some shots before service and everything. That's a situation.
So what are the odds that, let's say I go up to fucking somewhere on 6th Ave, a nice little restaurant. What are the odds? What are the odds that my fucking chef is cracked out or drugged out in the back?
I would say 50%.
Oh, shit. Are you serious?
On 6th Ave?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Now, is the chef, do you guys all know each other in a way? Like, is there a...
There is a very small industry as big as we are.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody who's actually into it and knows places, we definitely all know each other.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there any rivalries out there? Any chef-on-chef rivalry saying, hey, I can cook a fucking steak better than you?
I don't think we think it like that. I mean, it's all a rivalry.
Okay.
I just had this conversation at work the other day, honestly, to where I was telling the cook, I was like, this is I didn't say rivalry, but I was like, you literally always want to be the best person.
Mm-hmm.
So everything you do, make sure that you're like the best at what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And so I mentioned the word battle. And he was like, I don't know if you want to be the sous chef or someone else wants to be the sous chef. It was a restaurant I was at previous.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, dude, we all should be trying to be sous chef. I was like, it's literally a battle right now. It's like, you prove yourself.
Fucking war, dude.
Legit.
Yeah.
It is war.
Everyone wants to be the top guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you have a passion for food, you're always battling. Because you want to be that guy.
Yeah, you
want
to
be. Own the bitch. You want to fucking, this is me. People ask me questions.
Mm-hmm. So, perfect time to segue in. Speaking of chefs, let's expand it outside of, the Tacoma area. Who is your favorite chef? Or do you have a favorite chef?
I have a favorite chef. Anthony Bourdain.
Anthony Bourdain?
He is the man. And it's more than cooking. It's culture. Which is like what I was trying to say a little bit earlier about. It's just putting a smile on someone's face. It's not about like what I created.
Uh-huh.
So Anthony Bourdain is a guy who learns. He travels, which is what I have done in the past as well.
Is he a white guy?
Yeah.
I knew it.
You don't know Anthony Bourdain?
I might know him if I seen him.
You really should.
Is he the guy that goes to all those like crazy little freaking like?
I'm gonna give you a book, and you better read it.
I'll try.
Kitchen Confidential.
I'm more of a documentary guy. Is there a documentary I can watch?
Tons of them.
Okay, perfect. Send me a couple of those. I'll watch those.
All right. Just vibrated.
So does he have necessarily it vibrated? No shit, huh? Wonder what that means. Let me check the levels.
I don't know if I like messed up with the cord on my elbow.
Just kidding.
I was like, you son of a bitch.
You son of a bitch. I'm out. I'm fucking out of here. I'm taking my drink and I'm going home.
That was practice.
Okay. I always like to do a first run through and then we go.
Yeah,
no, we are live. Hang with us, guys. So, a restaurant you would want to eat at, like any restaurant in the world. Is there a particular one? Would you want to eat at Hell's Kitchen or something?
No, because those are all corporate bullshit. Like the best restaurants are honestly the low key little. It's a chef owner type situation.
Okay.
But there is a restaurant I really want to try out because when I lived in Dallas, Texas for a while, I worked at Uchi, which is like a super fine dining Japanese sushi restaurant, and they partnered with Franklin Barbecue.
Okay.
Which is the #1 barbecue supposedly in Texas.
Wow, that's a hell of a fucking
title.
Yeah. Jesus.
So they partnered with them, and they're doing like a Japanese barbecue place, and it's called Loro.
A little barbecue sushi.
Oh,
dude.
Dude.
I'll fuck some sushi.
That is the one restaurant. So,
I mean, like, I will fuck up some sushi. I won't.
I'll be honest. This man sent me a bunch of questions, and that was one of the hardest ones because I couldn't tell you. I'd rather go to the little local spots that aren't known than a restaurant that is on Yelp.
Okay.
You know?
So, I think it's, something that you could probably figure was going to come up. Gordon Ramsay. How do people feel about him in the industry? Is he kind of just blown out of proportion because of his little shows and stuff, or has he actually got some legitimacy? I know he's got some Michelin stars.
He's got some legitimacy, but he is also just a corporate chef. So,
okay.
To be honest, he earned his stripes. Like I said, the book you're going to read, Kitchen Confidential, it is Marco Whitepierre.
Mm-hmm. I know Marco.
Anthony,
I see a lot of
Anthony
that in his videos.
Bourdain and Gordon Ramsay and, like, maybe 2 other, like, legit chefs. They all grew up in the same kitchen, bro.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Because I remember Marco. Didn't Marco train Gordon Ramsay and stuff like that?
No, they just worked together. They were both kids at the time.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I don't know how to, yeah.
Okay. So, that's like the fucking trifecta? Is that like the Mount Rushmore of chefs? What would be your Mount Rushmore
in
chef?
my eyes,
It'd be Marco.
Marco Whitepierre, Gordon Ramsay, Anthony Bourdain, and then there's a couple
Guy
other
Fieri.
that it's not.
Where does Guy Fieri rank in all this?
He's actually a very nice dude.
Well, I'm not talking about nice, man. Ramsay ain't a nice guy, but fucking he's a damn good chef. Can Guy Fieri throw down or what? Or is
There's
he just
a reason
fat?
why he got that gig.
Okay.
There's a reason why he. I mean, I'm not gonna fucking talk.
I'm not too sure
I've
about
never
him.
sat and cooked with him.
I just kind of
or
think he's a
ate
fraud.
his food.
Based on what I know about it, and ain't much, I just kind of think he's kind of a fat guy who happened to be good at eating. That's it. Maybe I'm wrong.
I mean, he sold out. I'll give you that.
Okay.
But he's got nice cars and.
Okay. So, who inspired you? You kind of already went over that. What keeps you going as a chef? Or do you really need anything to keep you going as a chef? I mean, you already talked about you get pleasure from, serving people good food and having.
What keeps me going.
Okay.
That's what we already went over.
All right. And your best meal you can make, would you say, is that lamb chop
Yeah.
dish you just.
Oh, yeah. Rack of lamb.
Rack of lamb?
That's my shit. Probably some rustic red potatoes. And whatever veg I can find in the store at the time.
Okay. So, are you how would you put this, exotic food eater?
Yeah, I taste everything.
Okay, so you're not afraid to eat anything, at least once. Have you tried escargot?
Yeah.
Is it good?
Oh, yeah.
What is is it a slimy texture? I think it's a slimy texture.
It's not because it's cooked, so there is no slime.
Okay.
It just tastes like almost a clam in the texture.
Oh, I
guess
love
I would
clams.
say.
I love clams. I
But
can fuck up some clams. We're actually going to go get
They're
some seafood
fucking
after this.
delicious. I'm going to tell you right now yeah. I was thinking
What-
about it yesterday on the place to go to for French food.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't think of the name. I should have looked it up. But it's literally like me and Adam went in there.
Mm-hmm.
It's right behind Frugal's or Pulse.
Yeah, I think you told me about that place over there. Yeah.
Dude,
Next level?
it's one guy literally comes and takes your order, goes and cooks it. I swear to God, the most French dude that.
Oh, my God.
And
Out of
he's
all the
just like-
places to pick.
And then he like sits there and like watches you eat. It's super fucking weird, but it's the best food. It's the only place I got escargot where it was like super traditional and an escargot made plate. Like,
Yeah. So, out of all the places this little French man could post up a little French joint restaurant, he picked
in the hood,
Pac Ave, right next to Fox's.
literally.
So you can go grab a bite to
And he's
eat and
still
enjoy
there
a
to
lap
this day.
dance
He's
all
been
the
there
same.
He's been there for years, and he's still there because he does it correct.
Okay.
He lives on A Street. That's literally where it's on A Street when
gotta
you get
meet
off
this
the
guy.
freeway. When you get
Francois.
off the freeway. He looks Italian, to be honest with you. He's an old chubby man, and he just sits there. It's like, dude, let me taste it.
Wow. What's this place called again? Bon
I
Joins?
have to look it up. Dude.
Bon Joins.
I have to look it up. Now.
Right next to Fox's. Go ahead and get you some food and
It's
a lap
right behind
dance
pole
all in the
position.
same time.
Fox's is closed.
Oh, you would know. Anyway, okay, let's move on from that. Let's talk about more of the differences of cooking. You have been around the game for quite a while now. Can you explain to me, or actually, I'll start off with a question.
It's going on 12 years now.
No. Just bear with me here. What do you prefer cooking for? Let's say you're in your restaurant. Do you prefer it that way, or do you like cooking for like a big venue, like for like 30 plus 50 fucking
Well, we
people?
do banquets, and I've done a lot of banquets and catering.
What's kind of explain the differences and like the pros and cons to each of those? Like what?
Banquets, you do it all at once, so you know what you're getting. So
Banquet,
we have a certain number of people that are going to show up.
So it's not cooked to order. It's just you cook it and fucking however
they
it comes.
order what they want before they get there.
Oh, so you know what's coming.
They have, the menu that we have right now, there's about 3 appetizers, 4 entrees, and then 3 desserts that they can pick from.
Okay.
And it's up to them on what they want, but you usually set that in before they show up. So we're like a majority reservation restaurant.
So you already know what the fuck's coming, so you can prepare and you can
and
fucking.
I can big bad shit and
Gotcha.
get it done differently than like
if you're just getting
coming
tickets.
in and I'm like fucking 50 tickets in, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, fuck, they want the same thing they want. I could fire it together, but it's gonna sit there for a little bit. So.
Okay. So that's part of like a challenge as a chef when you're getting tickets coming in is knowing when to combine cooking and when to
it's the most efficient way is to literally like just read all your tickets. If I have a Brussels sprout here, I have a Brussels sprout down here. They're both solo out or some bullshit. Fire them together. Boom. Sell it. That way I have a ticket that's fucking right here can leave.
Okay. Yeah.
So
that's part of the challenge.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just all efficiency.
Do you cook every night for yourself, or are you a bougie bastard? Can you eat like places like Taco Bell and stuff like that?
No, fuck no.
Really?
I hate Taco Bell. Not any of my friends. But I do not eat fast food really often.
Can't do it? Not the same?
I can sometimes, but it's just so much easier and cheaper to eat.
Just yeah.
Like, make a breakfast sandwich. Make whatever the fuck you need to do real quick. It takes fucking short amount of time and a fraction of a penny.
And it's 10 times better too. Fucking yeah.
Yeah.
I want to play a little game with you, a new segment. You willing to do that?
Spit it, bro.
It's called quiche or no quiche. I present to you food pictures, and you tell me whether it is quiche or not quiche.
Show me some pictures.
You ready for this?
The fuck?
Let me go ahead and show you guys. Hey, Chef Mikey Davis, is this quiche or not quiche?
Not quiche.
Not quiche?
No.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Mikey's correct. That is 1 point for Mikey right there. We're trying to get you to
literally
find.
says pepperoni pizza, first of all.
I got it. These are just questions I have to ask. These are just questions I have to ask. Round 2. Is this quiche or no quiche?
No. Fruit salad.
That is correct. He's 2 for 2 so far. Doing good.
That's what you picked for the dish.
It's tough. A lot of people don't.
They don't know what quiche is.
They can't decipher.
It's fucking baked.
I'm not making this up.
It's a scrambled and crust baked, bro.
Ready, Chef Mikey Davis? Question 3. Is this quiche or no quiche?
No.
That is correct. 3 in a row for Chef Mikey Davis. You're on a fire streak. I'm impressed. All right. This is going to be a tough one.
I was going to say, pick something that...
This is going to be something you probably won't get right, to be honest with you. Question number 4, Mikey Davis. Is this quiche or no quiche? That is correct.
Like some fucking potato soup.
It's clam chowder.
Same
That's
thing.
4 in a row.
It's
Congratulations.
potatoes.
Okay. Question number 5. Trying to get you to 5. Mikey Davis, is this quiche or no quiche?
That's quiche.
That's quiche. Wow, look at that. Look at that. Mikey Davis. Congratulations. 5 for 5. Mikey Davis is a winner on the first ever segment of quiche
It's
or no
literally
quiche.
an egg pie.
Do you like quiche?
When it's done correct, yeah.
What about couscous?
That's completely different.
Could you make a couscous quiche?
I mean, you add couscous to a quiche. Couscous is a little pasta, bro.
Well, I mean, there's a little debate going on. I mean, whether a couscous and quiche can be combined.
Honestly, I feel like a dumbass right now. I don't know if it's a grain or a pasta.
Couscous?
Yeah, because there's a pasta that's the same. I think it's a grain, couscous.
I have no idea. I don't even know what it is.
Are you serious?
I don't know. I just like the word.
It's the food source.
I'll be honest with you. I didn't know what quiche was until I just looked it up right there. So
I knew you didn't. I was like, didn't you even know how to spell quiche? That was going to be my next question.
isn't it Quiche? Is that how you spell it?
Didn't you just look it up?
I did. I didn't know if I spelled it. I popped it up, right? Yeah, that's how you spell it. I know how to spell it. I didn't know what it was.
Then why are you questioning me on how to spell it?
It's a new segment brought to you by the TBloom Talk Show. The fucking audience wanted to know whether you knew if it was quiche or no quiche, and you did. So congratulations.
You didn't even know what a quiche was.
I didn't need to. The audience doesn't want me right now. They want Mikey Davis's opinion. Okay?
I don't think the audience knows who I am.
Well, not yet, but they will after this goddamn podcast. God damn it.
It is a pasta.
Okay, well, there you have it. Couscous is a pasta, quiche is a pie, and Mikey Davis is a chef.
It's a scramble that's baked.
Thank you for joining us, Mikey Davis. I appreciate you joining me here on the TBloom Talk Show. If you guys don't know where to find Mikey Davis, where can they find you?
Crudo and Kodo, the North End Tacoma.
Do you have an Instagram?
Yeah, it's Mikey Davis.
At It's Mikey Davis. That all one word?
Yep.
You can find plenty of stuff on that Instagram. You always post certain foods that you make and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Got a lot of good stuff on there. Make sure you go and follow him if you're interested. Shout out to Mikey Davis. Thanks for joining me, man. Hope to have you back soon.
Thanks for having me.
All right. TBloom Nation. Ah!